Hey guys, welcome back to Content is Profit. Today is episode 2 where we go over this secret package that one of our partner shows from the HubSpot podcast network sent us. And last episode, if you haven't listened yet or watched it, we talked about the top 5 B2C marketing strategies to 2025. And today we're going to be talking about the top 5 B2B marketing strategies for 2025. I'm excited. Again, we're almost, halfway through the year, which is crazy. Ends of first trimester. This is insane. But anyways, I hope if you haven't jumped on any of this, go see if we can find something that you can apply today and go from there. When we're talking about B2C, again, our business is not a B2C, I guess, maybe a little bit in the studio with the service that we offer, but we do have a lot of people listen. So if you missed it, go back, listen to it a little bit, and then we'll go there. And in the next few episodes, we're going to be going over some trends and examples and things that this report is bringing. I mean, there's like 50 pages of goodness in here. Actually, 81 pages of total goodness. I'm making a mess here in my desk, if you can hear. But anyways, we're going to go and we're going to run through these 5, hopefully in less than 20 minutes, probably 15 minutes, so we can all get on our way and start implementing today. Which, by the way, reminds me, if you are not part of the Business Creator Club, go to businesscreator.club. Everybody, a lot of people have been asking me, what is that, Luis? The landing page doesn't say much. Well, it's on purpose. It's a surprise because April 21st, we're going to kickstart things with a challenge inside of our Facebook group, Content is Profit. Find your voice. It's 17 days of action-packed. You'll say, well, really, we reveal more in the future. It's not going to take you a lot of time during the day, but it's going to help you move the needle forward with content and profit. And there's more surprise coming. That's all I can say. So go to businesscreator.club, sign up there. It's just $1 a month. If you're not satisfied, send us an email. We'll give you your $1 back. But that grants you specific access to the challenge, and it gives you a ton of resources as well. You're going to see them on the checkout page to help with the next stage in your publishing. All right, let's get right into it. The top 5 B2B marketing. So this is good. This is where a lot of the big money is made on specifically from content. This is how we're able to scale our podcast to way more than 6 figures in the first couple of years, and then helped us, buy our second business, which is a studio sale. Anyways, here we go. Number 1, using AI to turn text into multimodal campaigns. B2B marketers can create video demos, product walkthroughs, presentations, and podcasts with the help of generative AI. That's the hard word for me. But, obviously, we talked a lot about it in the last episode. AI, big trend. There's a lot of tools that are happening that are kind of walking us through how to turn, content into way more than the original intent. I'm just going to say, this is my personal opinion. Be careful with this. Also, there's a lot of tools and search engines that are actively looking for AI content to slice it. So make sure that you stay relevant and you stay genuine to your content and your style. This is, again, why prediction like podcasts like this, where somebody's talking to a camera, can create that authority, relevancy, and trust that we talk about it all the time versus some AI stuff. Now, with that said, there's parts of the process of your customer experience, not only from the content standpoint, but for the retention standpoint, that AI can help you do this. Like I said, we said walkthroughs, presentations, and educational podcasts inside of your community. So we've seen a few presentations where, hey, here's a demo on so and so, or like now that you're in this membership, here we're gonna walk you like how to start or how to set this up, and it's gonna help you save a ton of time. So I think it's a great tool that you can start leaning into and experimenting with it. Let me know. Are you using it right now? How are you using it right now? Just last week, we had a call with somebody that actually uses AI conversations through different chatbots and different platforms to kind of help people navigate making the initial decisions, and then from there they start talking to a person, and they've saved a ton of time, and is increased a lot of their customers' sales, which is really exciting. So, how are you using it? All right, trend number 2, or strategy number 2, using AI-powered reporting tools to evaluate your ROI of a campaign. Same thing, we talked about it in the consumer episode, but marketers can use AI data analysis tools to build in conversational AI to understand which activities and channels are driving revenue. And I think something key here is a conversational aspect to it. There's different tools, and I experimented a little bit with ChatGPT last week and on a couple of things that were working in the studios where like, look, here's all the data on our latest campaigns on YouTube, for example, or Facebook ads or LinkedIn. And I want to make sense of this. Like, what is the platform that's making better? I think this is so important because prompt making or maybe sitting down to figure out like, how do I give the instruction in a clear manner? So like it gives me the data, the conversational aspect with a lot of these platforms is going to be huge because now it's like you're talking to an expert, you're talking to somebody that can actually understand you and it's going to give you an answer back so you can make better decisions, right? Like, how do we get into more conversations? How do we create more also retaining the quality and the engagement, the authenticity, but also at the same time, it's like, how do we analyze these data? So I would recommend, start, if you haven't tried any of this, start maybe with a CRM, asking your own CRM. It's like, hey, do you have a function when we can actually feed the data or automatically capture that data? And we can ask them like a real person. It's like, dude, what campaign worked and what didn't? What are the elements that helped us be successful in campaign A versus campaign B? And it gives you a straight answer. Those softwares out there. Obviously, this is written by one of the HubSpot podcasts. So go ahead and try them out if you haven't tried them out. But also you can feed these data to tools like ChatGPT that they have a free version, or if you pay like $20 a month, which is not a big thing for a big company, you can actually start collecting some of that data. All right. Number 3, automating marketing strategy and execution with AI. Again, another one, generative AI tools like Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT and AI agents, key agents, this is going to be huge, can help B2B marketers plan their social calendars, create case studies, and make content briefs. All right. So first, agents. If you don't know what an agent is almost like a digital employee. So it's like we feed him with a specific education that can be internal, which by the way, ChatGPT now can learn from your Google Drive, which is insane. You can have your documents, your processes, your everything in there and be like, hey, I'm referring to this document. I'm talking about this proprietary term that we only know internally. Now you know it too. And can we make XYZ? So I think that's going to be huge with any marketing strategy because you can draft it in a little calendar. You'll be like, based on these trends and based on this data that I'm feeding you from our past campaigns and based on what people are looking for here, what can we create for the next month, the next quarter? Give me the titles, give me the scripts, and you can start making decisions faster to run these campaigns, not only on social media, but also with your current customers. And like, how do we retain more? Like, what are the topics? What are the top questions they're asking, customer service channel that we can answer with a video that we create with multimodal campaigns, right? Trend number 1 or strategy number 1. See how all this is connecting? This is super exciting for me. All right. Number 4, creating content that reflects your brand's values. Again, like we talked about it on the consumer episode, I'm not going to harp too much about it, but B2B brands are investing in more social responsibility content and sharing more boldly about their mission, vision, and core values. Here's the thing that we're looking at, and here's the things that we are noticing with a lot of AI content creation. A lot of it now looks the same. Not going to lie. A lot of it is, the top 5, kind of like this episode. Funny. But you see all this content going out online. It's like, what is your differentiator? Like, is your personality? Is your host? Is like the format that you do with your show? Like, what is the thing that makes you different? That is your mission, your vision. Like, why are you doing this? Right? That's something that maybe we can do better. Also here at Content is Profit, or, with my brother, we're huge fans of football or soccer. For those in America, like you can tell here, I have a bunch of memorabilia around me that inspire that. Well, not a lot of people know that our dad helps kids in Venezuela come to the US on soccer scholarships. So maybe we need to talk a little more about that. So people really understands that. Like they know it at events. We share like that in person. But that's something that we can definitely get better. Like, what is your mission? Where's your vision? We have a company here in town, Jacksonville, Jacksonville Wealth Builders. We worked with them for a long time. And they have an incredible thing that they do every single year. Like they give a house to somebody and they go and they share that. And then they document their interactions with their customers, with their tenants. And it's something that sets them apart. That's not the only content that they do. They also have a podcast and they also have, multiple marketing channels and campaigns and ads and all this. But that's a big one that people remember. So what are you doing to bring your company values online? Number 5, and the final one, personality-led content, creators, and authentic engagement. Here we go, baby. Authenticity remains the top priority for a B2B space. No lie. And brands plan to achieve this by sharing individual voices from creators and employees and infusing personality into their content. Hopefully, we as Biz Bros are doing a good job at that here in Content is Profit. But I think, again and again, I'll tell you, podcasting can help you with this, right? Because long form content, we're not editing, we're not cutting, we're not chopping anything. Like this is what you get. And I think people want the behind the scenes of that. People want those real conversations. And that's why long form is a great tool for you to share these stories. There's been a company that I've been chasing for months now that are doing something really incredible in the gaming industry. And maybe you need to send them a message. You listening or watching, maybe they should try this. But they're building something really iconic. They're just not familiar with the medium. But I tell the CEO all the time, like, guys, if you document your stories of building this, right, I think it will bring a lot of attention and a lot of trust in the customers. Now, they do sell two sides. They sell to the consumer and they also sell to now investors, so a little bit bigger things. So there's a little bit of how do we deal with this with our two hands, like very carefully, because you don't want to overexpose your company with those conversations. So I understand from where they're coming from. But if you're an established company, I think a lot of people want a clear look of like, what are the employees, talking about the company? Like what is it inside the company? Like, what are these customers like? Well, tell me a real experience, not a produced video. Let's have a conversation. So anyways, I think there's a lot that we can unpack here, but I promise you a little bit of a shorter episode, kind of going all over this with the top 5 B2B marketing strategies of 2025. Like I said, the next few episodes, I'm going to be going through this report and we're going to be dissecting it, and hopefully you can gain something and apply it into your business and move the needle forward. If you want to be a part of our challenge, starts April 21st. Go to businesscreator.club. Go sign up there. It's $1 a month initially. It might go up. We don't know. But right now, we just want to get people in it and start that challenge on the 21st. Find your voice, baby. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out on social media. I'm happy to help out and support in any way we can. With that said, thank you for tuning in and see you on the next episode.